what did I train? I trained primary dips and secondary squats. And holy fuck, I did tempo sets of 8 reps.
That
And
is the most brutal thing you can do.
yeah, and I didn't do 7, I did 8. And it's like so bad because I'm not used to doing high volume training. If I do tempo with high rep ranges, I literally do 6. I don't even do 7 or 8. And I was so gassed out. Like, it's insane. So I implemented more higher rep training and with lower and higher RPE, and I will see how that goes. So I kind of changed my training plan, and not the split or anything, but I just expanded the weeks. So I do like a 3 week hypertrophy phase and not 1 week. So yeah, that's what I taught in the advanced periodization modules.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, once the tempo squats for 8 reps, and after just one training, I just deleted them because I was so
Yeah,
fatigued.
it's so hard. That's why when people get the splits reviewed, and I say like, oh, like tempo sets of 7, and they write 3 sets after a 1 set of 3, I'm like, bro, you will be happy if you manage to do 2 sets. So okay,
You
keep
black
it at
out.
2. Again?
You just black out.
Yeah, you just black out. It's so hard. Like even my brother, he does sets of 10. He started doing that, so I kind of copied it. And he does only one inhale. So he does
Yeah.
like one inhale. That's even harder, and he's like red in the face and everything. So yeah.
I wanted to ask something about the pull-ups because, like, the technique really changes from training to training, and
Okay, yeah.
that's
Can you
just a
turn
bad
your
thing.
camera on? It's better that way.
Yeah, of
Also,
course.
Lennon, if you want.
Wait, I need to turn it around. Here, what's up?
So, did you send me the videos of the technique?
Oh, no, no. I didn't, but it just changes from training to training, and I don't like that. So I thought of maybe doing bodyweight pull-ups every day. So even on my rest days and on my like training days, just going to the calisthenics park and do some bodyweight reps just to get the technique more frequently and that the body can adapt better to the movement pattern. Is that like a good approach, or what would you recommend?
Well, that is a good approach if you do those pull ups weighted, because bodyweight pull ups are a lot different from weighted pull ups, and the like it depends what your goal is. So if your goal is to be as strong as possible for 1 rep, your sets of 1 rep are always gonna look different from your sets of 3, sets of 6. It doesn't matter because it's just different. The first rep of those 6 reps in a set may look 100% alike as the first rep on your 1 rep max, but the second one just isn't because you are pulling differently. You didn't set up. You go from one pull up to another. So the technique constantly changes. That's why when I do heavy pull ups, I do like 2 plus 1. 1 rep. The second rep is actually pretty similar. I managed to do it so the second rep is similar. But the third rep almost always isn't similar.
Okay.
So I just do a full reset. I set the plate, shake my hands off, rest around 10 seconds. This is also good because you can manage the RPE. If I want the RPE 10 and I feel like I don't need to rest that much, I don't need to rest that much, and I go again. So that's what I do. But yeah, you said that you would go every single day to the calisthenics park. Like, is it within your routine? Like, you go to school and it's
It's within 5 minutes of like bicycle ride, and basically I go on a walk every day, so I could just go on a walk and then do some pull-ups and yeah.
yeah, that's a good idea. So if you go on a walk there, it is reasonable because if it fits within your routine, do it. If it
Yes.
doesn't, don't bother with it. The return on investment isn't as big as you might think from practicing the movement. Because as I saw from your split, you do pull-ups often.
4 times a week.
Yeah, 4 times a week. That is enough frequency for you to get to know the movement pattern. But the thing is that it just changes from rep range to rep range. There is this one guy in calisthenics school. I don't know how he's called. My memory of name is bad, but he also is on Instagram, and he does a technique. His technique, he was like, "Why do I keep failing my 1 rep maxes?" And then I told him like, I already estimated it, so send me videos of that 1 rep max, of your 3 rep max, and of your 6 rep max, and of your AMRAP. All techniques completely different. The AMRAP was like spamming it, like no rest. Then the sets of 6 was pretty similar, but with some rest. The set of 3 was with the breath reset and with more hip depth. And the 1 rep max was with a slow eccentric and with less hip depth. So the hip depth was completely not normalized. So it was super deep, one it was extremely shallow, one it was not even competition allowed. It was just way over the place. So what and his 1 rep max was completely different. So his multiple rep max looked like this, and his 1 rep max looked like this, and then he failed it.
Do you mean
like
Elliot? Like
again?
Isn't he called Elliot?
Yeah, Elliot. Yeah. Like you probably saw the post. If you check it out, you 100% see that the technique is so different from rep to rep. So yeah, the advice I would give to you, what would be the most how would I call it, actionable, would just focus on, it's simple advice, but just focus on having your rep ranges and like reps looking the same. So what you want, this is what my brother told me, you want your top sets and your back offs and every single rep you do in training to look exactly the same as on competition. That's why I disagree with training form. Why would you train a different technique if on competition you do one thing? If you do squats at home all of the time with perfect technique as you would do on competition, you add some tempos maybe, and you execute the same on competition, you are going to be way stronger than if you one time decide to go less deep, one time to do ass to grass, one time to actually experiment with paused squats. If the technique is always different, you never adapt. I have this problem with weighted dips. My technique is completely different. Like on my 1 rep maxes, the technique is way stronger than on other rep maxes. So I'm just trying to get it to look similarly. And what I found out that the bottom part is very weird. That on my 1 rep maxes, I somehow managed to get my elbows perfectly. Like my elbows sometimes like they shake around. When you do dips, there is a bunch of positions. If I do 1 rep maxes, it perfectly goes into the perfect spot. If I do 3 rep maxes, it's all over the place. So I managed to correct that by doing a weakness-based support exercise, but not for my weakness. I started doing double bounce dips. When my weakness is the top part, is very, very interesting. I will make a post about it in calisthenics school that I'm experimenting with it, and my dips already feel sturdier. So that's the thing.
Okay, because like another problem in pull-ups is sometimes in some training today I basically felt great, but in training I just didn't have the explosivity I normally have, and then I just can't do the top part with the technique I normally do. What should I do on these days? Just lower the weight as much that I can do the normal technique, or because then the RPE would be way too low. But if I want to have like RPE 10, I can't do that technique on that day.
So does it happen like, on this day my technique is shit, but on 90% of the training sessions it's okay? So does it happen like consistently, or is it like once in an occasion?
I would say it happens on every fourth training.
Okay, that your technique feels way off and
Yes,
you want to add more weight, but if you add more weight you will probably fail the top part. Is
yes,
that
yes. That is exactly the
okay?
case.
So for that, is it a training session that is like important
Yes,
important?
yes. Like today, week 3 primary pull-ups, and exactly the
Yeah.
problem.
So this is very interesting thing, because I also have this, that on my like very hard sessions I sometimes feel sloppy on the pull-ups. You know what I mean? That's what I would call like you feel sloppy.
Yeah.
You can't just execute the correct technique.
You
I
can't. You don't feel the strength. You feel nothing. Like
yeah, you feel like yeah, it's how would I call it? As if you tightened some tape around here and your arms don't really know what to do. It's like that
yeah,
kind of feeling. And I'm like, yeah, I'm still getting through it, but what helped me the most because it doesn't happen that much. Well, the biggest thing is actually tracking the weight that you did previously. So I now have in my training program, I also made a post like how to progressively overload. That I have next to the sheet, I have like a column where I fill in the weight that I used, and that helps me to perfectly estimate what weight I should be able to do because most of it is actually mental. Like I'm like if I'm not 100% certain that I will hit this weight, I probably don't hit it. So what I do is that I look at what I did previously. I did it. I watched the video on my phone. I saw that I did it, and I'm like, it's not that difficult. I'm just adding 2.5 kg in a fucking month. That's nothing on the 3 rep max, you know? So I added that and I did it. You know, this was 3 days ago and I did it. And I felt sloppy in the warm ups. But what I also do is that I look at the video over and over again. Every single time I open Instagram, I have this ritual that I go on my page and I watch this video of me hitting 150 kg. It's flipped around, but the technique over here is perfect, perfect, perfect execution. I From this clip, I never managed to do a dip technique executed like this. I didn't manage to do it on competition, but I had explosive diarrhea when I went to compete, so that's why I lifted 10 kilograms less. But yeah, it's all just watching your technique. That's what helped me the most. Watching my pull-ups. Like if you have a set that you are genuinely proud of, put it in like your liked pictures and just rewatch that over and over again when you are into the gym. Like if you are actually locked in, it's a primary pull-up day, week 3, peak week or PR, it's time to go. Rewatch it over and over and over again. It's just the biggest thing that's gonna help you. And then you just what you need to do is look at it and do the same shit. You already done it, so it shouldn't be that hard.
yeah. The thing is, I track my weight, and like 2 weeks ago, I did 60 kg for 3 reps, and today I only could do 57.5 for 2, and these 2 reps were very hard.
Yeah, you
Yo,
should
it's
send
like
me the
that.
technique. Yeah, definitely send me the technique afterwards. But one more thing I would say for the top part is in your warm up sets, you should have 1 or 1.5 pull-ups. So my warm ups look like this. If I'm loading up for a top set, 70 kilograms for 2 plus 1, RPE 9. That's what I did last time. It was very simple, way easier, and I actually got the chin above the bar. I was like, bro, I matched the same weight I did a month ago. But I watched last month's video and I didn't even get the chin above the bar on one of the reps. So I'm like, oh, I am actually progressing. So what I did is that I did 20 kg, 5 pull-ups, one normal, one half on the last 2 pull-ups. Then I did 50. I did the same thing, one normal, one half. That you practice the top part more. And what I even do is that I do a top hold with 20 kg for like 10
Yeah,
seconds. You know? Or I do like this even, because what is limiting your height is literally this. So I literally do that on top of the bar with like 20 kg.
okay, I will try that.
Hey, excuse me. Okay, can I interject real quick? I was just wondering. So I'm designing my split today based off of some of the courses and lessons that you have. You could review that, correct? I could just leave it in the community. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Thank you, guys. I I'm at work right now. I just finished my break, but I'm gonna head back inside. I just wanted to get over in here for a little bit, listen to what y'all had to say. But yeah, I'll talk to both of you guys soon. It was cool listening and being a part of the meeting.
Okay,
Catch you
bro.
guys later. Work well.
Bye, bro.
Just one little question. Tomorrow I have like 3 times 3 RP 10 dips, and I did 95. I think I sent you the video. And on this day, I also did 90 kg, and it was like RPE 6 or something like that. Is 90 kg for 3 reps reasonable for RPE 10?
Well, you said that it's been 2 weeks from training after injury.
Yeah, but
So the 90 was extremely
but-
easy. Like you could have done on that day, based on how that moved, you could have done 105. Or with a deload before that, you could have done 105. But
Yeah.
the thing is, 90 for 3 is risky, I would say. Not like failing it, but it being a true RP 10, because your sets of 3 are like loading up 2.5 kilograms on a set of 3, like above your PR, is 5 kilograms on your 1 rep max. So think about it like that. So 3 rep maxes are a lot more dangerous for missing RPEs. So based on the warm up, if 80 kilograms, your last warm up for 2 reps, feels very easy, do 90. If it doesn't feel that easy, do 87.5. Those 2.5 kilograms are going to make a big difference over those 3 reps. Think about it like double. 3 rep max to 1 rep max is basically double the strength it takes. So what you can do is you can grab, because if you do 97, 87, if you decide to do 87, it's like planning to do a 110 kg dip, but you end up only doing 100. So that's the difference.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try 90. Today I did 80 for 5 and RPE 8.5, so I think it. Yeah, I just try it.
I think you got it. 90 for
Okay.
3.
I sent you the bed pull-ups from today. Maybe you could have a quick look, but I need to go to have lunch. So
Okay. Bye. Take care.
have a good evening. Bye.
I'll actually do it on this call, so. So
Sorry.
you can leave. I'm just going
Okay.
to do it right now, and I'm gonna post this on the channel and then give you the link. This video.
Okay.
Okay, bro. Bye. Nice lunch. So this was for 3. What fucking guy is slamming the weights down there? So this looks a bit different from your regular sets. So if you set a set of you doing a 1 rep max, probably be a bit different. Or your best lift, like comparing it to your best lift is the thing to do. So you set up. Yeah, you have that curve back that you usually do like this. Engaging the hamstrings a bit more would be useful. Oh, you just don't flare your elbows out that much. And you don't really force it. This set looks like you don't want it enough. You should be like, wow, like like explode up and force the chin above the bar. This is like, not really doing anything. The start on this one is a bit too janky. Like right now, the weight is going forward. Like you are going to pull like the instant I unstop this video, but the weight is gonna move forward a fraction, which like I'm just nitpicking at this point, but small things make a big difference. So right now you are swinging forward, but you should swing back when you are pulling. So right now you're gonna swing forward, but you are gonna like hamstring curl it. That's what I call it, and then pull. Yeah, it like millisecond moving it forward, and it threw off balance because I think there is currently way too much weight in the front that is gonna be swinging back. Yeah, but did it for 2 wasn't like, I would say the last rep wasn't that difficult. You probably have the same syndrome as me, that you are scared of failing, because if you fail, well, then you didn't train the top part, which is the weakness, which is what you want to train. So yeah, you pulled, and then back. I think that you should do like the movement from here to here sooner. You are trying to pull way too high and then do that chin above the bar movement, but you should have definitely done that like like basically like here. Like you should at this point you should already be trying to, like just max topping out, I would say, getting the chin above the bar, but you decide to pull a bit more. So this was that, chin above bar doesn't count when it's over here. It counts all the way through. Like this is chin above the bar. If you draw a line like perpendicular to the ground, this is chin above the bar, because even if the bar, this pencil, I don't know if you can see it, but I can just do this. Yeah, this is the pencil, this is the bar, this is the way top of the bar. If you do this, it is chin above the bar. You don't need to do this. It can be here. You can even pull like way back and it still counts. So yeah, think about it a bit differently. So for you, what I would recommend, because your pull-ups mistakes are a bit close to mine, just ego lift more. Just force it harder. Just when you should have went for that third rep, even if it's a full reset, like you reset fully, you jump on the box, reset, do that. You should just ego lift more. So one time I did 70 for 3 consecutively. I ego lifted the last one and I got it, which is insane because I didn't, after how the second rep felt, you are working on your upper part, but you still don't believe that you are stronger in the upper part, which is crazy because that's the thing that you train. So what I recommend is just because you are training the upper part, you should utilize the strength that you got, because you can't show the strength because you are not even you don't even realize that you have the strength. So yeah, that's a big thing. You should definitely try to ego lift more, because that ego lifting will show you that you actually have the strength to lock it out, because right now you think that you don't have the strength, but I think you actually do. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to check out Calisthenics School. You get calls like this, detailed reviews, shit, everything. I just dropped this new course, which is like insanely valuable, which is like for every single movement you get the warm-up, the optimized technique, the programming details, I shouldn't show this that much, and also like linked YouTube guides. So yeah, it's very good. Go and check it out.